Hi, I'm Carlo Fiorletta reading Paul. You still resent me for not being in the hospital with you, don't you?
No, I don't. I hardly even remember it.
Yeah, you do. Wasn't my decisions. Things had gotten so out of hand between me and your mother and me by then that hell, I didn't even want to be in your room and make it worse.
I don't even remember the hospital. I remember the car flipping over and getting washed away. That's about it.
I did something that day I'd never done before in my whole life. I didn't tell your mother the truth. I called in sick and then I left like I was going to work. I didn't tell your mother I was going over to Ola's house to hook up a new fridge and ice maker. She'd have had a fit. I mean, even if she knew I was getting paid for my time, she'd have had a fit. It was okay for her to help Ola, but not for me. See, she was very possessive that way. This is a funny, In this case, I was happy to oblige. I needed the extra money. It was Ola's idea not to involve your mother. It was Ola's idea for me to lie. I figured, hell, take a couple of hours, then I'll go to work, and they'll tell him I was feeling better. Anyway, I told Ola I'd be over early, and I was, but there was no answer, so the door was open. I go in. I hear she's in the shower. I holler out, so she won't get scared when she gets out of the shower and hears me work in the basement and so forth. Anyway, I go down after a while. Ola comes down in a robe, and she says she got cleaned up for me. I thought that was very odd to say in the circumstances, but Ola, anyway, says, how's it going? And I said, fine. And after a while, yeah, she asked me if I wanted a beer. She says, you want a beer? And I say, geez, it's a little early in the morning for that sort of thing, isn't it? And she says, well, I'm not your employer, am I? Do you want one or not? And I said, all right, what the hell, why not? It seemed like a good idea at the time. She comes back with two beers. I tell you, every time I finish a beer, boom, there's another one in my hand. Christ, now we're up to the kitchen and I'm having trouble making the joints connect. I'm on my fourth or fifth beer. I said, this is exactly what I said. Oh boy, I'll never forget this. I said, if I have one more beer, I'm going to have to take a nap. She said, I was wondering what it would take to get you into bed. Hey, I laughed. She says,